Hey guys, it's me, 8044. Today, guys, we're doing a 2022 World Cup CAF playoff draw, mock draw slash dream draw. So some of you guys are probably wondering, how on the earth does this whole work? So basically, in Africa, the 10 group winners advance to the final stage, where basically 5 of these teams will make the actual World Cup. Basically, we're gonna have Pot 1 go against Pot 2 teams. The Pot 1 nations you have are as follows: Algeria, Senegal, Nigeria, Tunisia, and Morocco. Those are your 5 seeded nations. And then you have the unseeded. You have Egypt, Cameroon, Ghana, Mali, and DR Congo. Those are your 5 unseeded. Basically, we'll have a seeded versus unseeded, and like I said, it takes place over 2 legs. The first leg will take place at the Pot Two's nation, and the second leg will take place at Pot One's home's nation. So it's very interesting. Obviously, you guys know I don't particularly like this format. I've already said that many times now. I don't particularly like this format, but it is what it is. We just have to accept it. And of course, there'll be timestamps below in the description below for those of you guys wondering. And of course, we're gonna go ahead and get started. So we're gonna go ahead and do the mock draw first, and then we'll do the dream draw in a bit. So I have the nations here, as you guys can see. These are all the seeded nations, and I believe in real life they're gonna be doing the seeded ones first, then unseeded. So we're gonna go ahead and do that way. Okay. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Okay. So I'm showing you guys right here the thing here. So I think that's enough shuffling for now. And we're gonna go ahead and put the nations up here, and then of course I'll give you guys a quick prediction just for fun. See how the fixtures would pan out. Obviously quick. I'm not gonna go too long because obviously I don't want to make this video too long. So let's start with the very first nation. So the first seeded nation we're gonna have here, it is gonna be Morocco. Morocco's gonna be the very first one. Okay. Second seeded nation is going to be Nigeria. Nigeria is gonna be your second seeded nation. Okay, and then third one you're gonna have, it is going to be Senegal. Senegal. Let me make some room right here on my desk. Senegal. Okay, and then finally the penultimate one is going to be. It's got to be Algeria. I know my handwriting might not be the best, but it is what it is. And then the last one we have here, it is Tunisia. So now we're gonna go ahead and do the unseeded now. Unseeded should be really interesting, guys. Really interesting indeed. And I want you guys to comment down below. Do you guys think which of the nations you think will qualify? Actually, comment down below what dream matchups you guys want to see. Okay. And guys, I will be doing a live watch along this Saturday on my channel around 9:45ish a.m. Eastern time. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. It's gonna be very early for me, guys. Well, it's not gonna be too early, but it's a time that it's a time that's gonna be a bit earlier than usual for me. So make sure you guys have notifications on for that. Watch along, and make sure you guys, if you're new around, make sure you guys subscribe to that channel. Really helps the channel grow. Okay. Let's go ahead and look at the first unseeded. So the first unseeded we're gonna have, it is Cameroon. Oh man, that's a good matchup. Morocco versus Cameroon. I would give the edge to Morocco because I think Cameroon, while they have been really impressive, you could honestly argue they've been one of the most impressive nations. And AFCON, I think Morocco's a really strong unit, and I do fancy Morocco in that one. Though I think Cameroon could make things interesting. It would definitely be a high scoring game, I think. Mali, this is a really interesting one. Nigeria versus Mali. Now, I think this is an interesting challenge for Nigeria. I think Nigeria should still prevail, though, with all that being said. But I think Nigeria has been given a very interesting test. Then we got next one is Senegal versus Ghana. Oh boy, yeah, that should be a Senegal routine one, right? Oh man, Ghana, they haven't not been good in the AFCON so far. Last one, penultimate one, we got Egypt, Algeria versus Egypt. Oh boy, oh snap, guys, we have a rivalry at hand. Oh man, Algeria versus Egypt. Oh man, unfortunately, I think Algeria. I think Algeria would prevail in that one. Actually, though, maybe Egypt might because Algeria have been really poor in the Afcon so far. But I don't know. I would still favor Algeria though. And last we got Tunisia versus DR Congo. That's actually a good one, guys. I like that one a lot. Tunisia versus DR Congo. That's a very well balanced match in my opinion. So I would give the edge to Tunisia, but I do think DR Congo could make things interesting. So now with the mock draw done, we're gonna go ahead and do the real draw. We'll do my dream matchups now. So let's go ahead and do my dream matchups. So these are the matchups that I would love to personally see happen. Let's go ahead and get started with the very first one, which I have. It is Tunisia versus Ghana. Now, for me, when I was looking at the two nations and decided to pair them up together, I had to make a decision. Because for me, I would say Tunisia and Ghana are probably the most. Maybe you could argue DR Congo more so than Ghana. But actually, actually, you know what? I'm gonna say Tunisia versus Ghana still because I'm not been impressed with Ghana in the Africa Cup of Nations. They have to win against Comoros as we're recording this video, and Ghana just haven't been great. They haven't been great, and I think Tunisia as well. They also haven't been. They've been good as well. Don't get me wrong, and they needed final match day wins to actually secure their spot. Because let's be real, guys, you can honestly argue that Ghana shouldn't be in the stage. I'm not trying to disrespect any guy. Ghanaians watching this, but I just genuinely believe you guys did not deserve that penalty. That's just me personally. And I think these two nations are probably the weakest nations in the Pot 1 and Pot 2, respectively, which is why I think this will be a good matchup because I feel this will be pretty even. And I feel like this will be a very low scoring game. And I think this will be a tough one to call. So, I would like to see that matchup. The next one we have it is um, Algeria versus DR Congo. Now, I was really hesitant on this one first because, like I said, I think this one might be a bit favorable for Algeria, maybe a bit too favorable. But here's the thing, guys. Burkina Faso still managed to tie against them twice. And we know the roster that DR Congo's got. It's a very impressive roster. So, like I said, I do think Algeria, given how we've been seeing how they've been doing the AFCON recently, they haven't been impressive. And right now they have to win against Ivory Coast. DR Congo, on the other hand, are not even participating in this Africa Cup of Nations. So that's gonna be very interesting because now they'll have a lot of break in between. They could use that time to like build some match fitness and match stamina and that kind of thing, and that could perhaps be a beneficiary for them. Because obviously I'm sure they'd rather be in the World Cup qualifiers final stage than being in AFCON. So for DR Congo, man, could they actually do it? Because, like I said, we're guaranteed to see a new nation with this matchup, guys. We're guaranteed to see a new nation in the 2018. I mean, sorry, not 2018, 2022, because both of them didn't make the 2018. And I just think that for me, this would be a great matchup. So while Algeria would probably be massive favorites and you would probably expect them to win, I think DR Congo could surprise people and maybe be a surprise debutant, a surprise World Cup entry. Because remember, guys, and every single, I feel like in Africa, there's always one big Africa miss. There's always usually one big African team to miss out, and I think Algeria could potentially be one. Okay, just saying. Next up, we have is Morocco versus Mali. For me, it's another interesting matchup because I think Morocco, for me, both these teams have so many European-based players. You got Mali, you got Basuma, Ikone. It's a very good team, and many people even picked Mali to do well in AFCON. Many people had them to go quarterfinals. Morocco as well has got a very insane team as well. We know how much European-based players they have there. Obviously, you have Naziri, Bono, some other players that come to mind, Saiss, Hakimi. And I just think that for me, this will be a great chance because I believe this will be Mali's first ever World Cup in particular. So this will be a great chance for a debutant to actually knock off one of the strongest teams in Africa. So which is why I would like to see this matchup happen. Because I think both for me have so much potential, and which one of them is going to perform on the day? Because I think this is a good one. So I would say Morocco versus Mali is my next pick there. And then finally, we can move on to the penultimate one, which is Nigeria versus Cameroon. For me, this is a really good one. We saw this in the Africa Cup of Nations 2019, where Nigeria prevailed 3-2, and of course that did happen in my the draw actually when I did here. So for me, I think this will be a really good fixture. Both teams love to go attack-minded and everything like that. And I just feel like for me, the defenses for both teams can be a bit unbalanced. You could a bit a bit they do tend to concede a lot of goals. Let's just be fair here. And I just think that for me, Cameroon could really do something here. And I think you could maybe make a strong argument that Cameroon's probably the best Pot 2 nation, and you could honestly make an argument that Nigeria has been one of the more impressive Pot 1 nations as far as AFCON is concerned. So I just think this is a great matchup, and I just like to see this one happen because for me, we're gonna see a big shock. I mean not a big shock. We're gonna see a big miss either way. We're gonna have either Nigeria makes it through or Cameroon makes it through. Like whichever one of the loser of this matchup is gonna be a big miss for the World Cup because usually it's one of the best in Africa in particular. So for me, I would like to see this one. Cameroon, obviously, you got Onana. Obviously, you have Ikambi. Then Akubar. And then for Nigeria, you got Iheanacho, Osimhen. Um, and Didi as well. So very good players on both teams there. Dennis as well. And then finally, we got the big one. This is the best one in my opinion, and I want this one to happen so badly, guys. If you're Egyptian watching this, you probably don't want this to happen. Senegal versus Egypt. I want this matchup to please occur, man. Mane versus Salah. That would be a great matchup. A great, great matchup indeed. And we'd finally see which one of these players is so much better, Mane or Salah. Because for me, I think we can all agree that Salah has been better than Mane, at least for Liverpool, at least for club wise. But when it comes to international, it's been more or less the same. I don't know who's really been better for international. Maybe perhaps Salah, you could say, but I think it's a bit more balanced. And I just think the beauty of this matchup is that we're gonna see one of the big ones miss out. As I said, we're gonna see either Senegal make it or Egypt makes it through. And here's the crazy part about this, right? Um, like I said, remember how I was telling you guys that there's always be one big miss? I said this could be definitely another contender. So that would be a great matchup. I don't think this matchup has taken place in a while now, and I would love to see this. Mane versus Salah. We obviously can't happen in the club game, but can it happen international? That'd be really, really interesting. So, I would like to see this matchups happen. So those are my 5 matchups I would like to see happen in the third round of the qualifiers. I want you guys to comment down below. Which matchups do you guys want to see happen? And remember, guys, if you're new around here, make sure you guys comment, like this video as well, subscribe if you're new around here, and make sure you guys check out I'm on other platforms. Listen to the description below, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.